Welcome to NBC Sports presentation of the Ford Ironman World Championship.
These people, all of these people want to do this.
It's okay, baby.
It just doesn't always go as planned.
You can say that it's a simple task. Swim 2.4 miles, bike 112, run a marathon. But it's not easy.
Ironman is the single toughest event you will put your body through in your life.
Ironman really is the most amazing, most addictive sport that you could come across.
It's a process of seeing what you're made of and seeing what you can pull out of yourself.
It's just one long, tedious conversation with yourself.
There's so many voices in your head saying stop.
You can get to the core of yourself, of who you are as a person, and you can find out what you're made of. You can find out whether you're tough enough to get through this.
That's the beauty of it, is crossing the finish line, but getting to that point is difficult.
Every individual has more greatness in them than they ever know is possible.
He believes in himself when others don't. She doesn't lose. He looks to become an all-time legend. And an 80-year-old who lives out his life swimming upstream. Ironman. 5:30 a.m. in the small village of Kailua Kona on Hawaii's Big Island. So many people, so very quiet. Craig Alexander won last year for the second time in a row. Now the 37-year-old is hoping to become only the third man to three-peat. If he does, he'll join two other Ironman legends.
When people mention your name in any sentence with Mark Allen and Dave Scott, I think you've done something right. So, to be in this position it's huge, absolutely. And something I think about a lot of the year. I'm not going to lie and say I don't think about it, because I do think about it. I just try not to think about it this week.
Last year, American Chris Lieto led for the majority of the race. He was passed by Alexander with only 4 miles to go. It was his best career finish, but bad memories linger.
To finish second, it was a hard place to finish. You know, when you're that close to winning an event, the disappointment that comes along with that was really tough.
The 07 champion Australian Chris McCormack finished 4th last year, but he adds spice to every race he enters. His recent work has rivals skeptical, and that's just the way he likes it.
Chris this year, a lot of people, I think, are doubting Chris. He hasn't had a fantastic year, not like his previous years.
I'm not sure how focused he is on this race. You know, he seems like he's happy and content in his life right now, and I'm not sure he has the hunger that he had in 2007 when he won.
Race morning. The annual greeting at the bike rack occurs. Check, recheck, and rack your bike. Check the tire for pressure while making sure your pressure is in check. Then, check your competition. There are 53 professional women starting this year's Ironman, 52 contenders, and one Chrissy Wellington. The 33-year-old Brit's Ironman career has been perfect. She made her Kona debut 3 years ago, and she hasn't lost. Last year, she broke the course record. She owns the world record, too. If that's not enough, she's never been beaten in a race at the Ironman distance.
I know that on race day, I'll be out there giving it absolutely everything I have and more, digging as deep as I've ever dug and getting every ounce of mental and physical strength that I have.
Wellington is definitely in their heads.
Honestly, I just cannot see Chrissy Wellington being beaten. I just think that Chrissy is one of those athletes that comes along once every now and again and just dominates.
In terms of like when you compare Chrissy to other women or female athletes on the circuit, we're kind of still playing catch up to Chrissy.
Now, Leanda Cave and the rest of the pro women ready for what they seem to think is impossible. And that's what others are feeling. Uncertainty. Is this possible? But soon, shock fills the air.
It has been confirmed. Chrissy Wellington is not starting the race. Chrissy Wellington is out of the race.
Chrissy Wellington, a shocking no-show race morning.
I heard she was sick, but I heard it through someone else, so I don't know how reliable a source I am.
My husband just told me when I was talking to him on the phone that it said that she just came down with some illness.
It changes everything with the women's race now. It's completely wide open. There's at least half a dozen girls now that could take it out. So it's going to be probably the most exciting race we've seen in years.
There are conflicting reports about what happened. Bottom line, today is suddenly overflowing with opportunity. Now it's time to do this. Over 1,800 people entered. Over 1,800 different stories of how they got here. This is the moment of truth they wished for themselves. The cannon shot is violent, and so is the start. They are all headed to a finish that can define them. But they are all just in the beginning of a 140-mile day to get there.